Hey everybody, this is Death by D4 and welcome to Smash or Pass D&D Races with my wife. Hey, say hello, wife.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't really know why we're doing this, but we are now. Just a quick disclaimer before we get rolling in all of this. It's D&D, it's Smash and Pass, and it's D&D playable races only. We're all adults here. Don't take it too seriously. We're all okay? Good. So first up, we got the Aarakocra. Once your only avian option, these featherheads have wings, beaks, and talons in every fingertip. So why don't you give me your thoughts right off the bat?
This is easy smash.
Really?
Yeah, easy smash.
You like bird people?
Yeah, like if you think of, like whenever I see the Aarakocra, I always think of, Rivali from Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah.
And if you wouldn't Rivali, what's wrong with you?
Honey, I swear to God, I'm gonna have to bleep you out of this maybe. No, it's fine. I don't care about this video. Actually, for me, it's really hard. I feel like I would give this a smash still as well, because I don't think it's that much of a turnoff for it to be like Birdhead for me. Even though the beak kinda gets in the way, I don't think it's that bad.
I hate kissing anyway, I don't care.
Wow, geez, thanks, honey. Next up, we got the Aasimar. Touched by Celestials, these heavenly humanoids can be either your angel or your devil. Yeah, smash.
I would smash, as long as they're not, like, too preachy. Like, I don't want them to be super religious and, like, all, like, angel-y up in my grill while I'm trying to chill.
Well, I mean, like, you're probably gonna get that more from the Scourges and the fact that they're also on fire, but I don't know if you're gonna get that entirely from, like, the Fallens, but here's the thing. Would you even be into the Fallens? Because I'm kind of, just for all of you to know, I'm glumping all the sub-races together in this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think so. I have a thing for, like, the wings. I think the wings are hot. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like if it's, like, any of these races with wings, it's a smash.
I'm glad to know what your standards are. Okay, so challenge approaching. I actually included the Unearthed Arcana races coming up in the Spelljammer books. So this is the Astral Elf. They're like Drow, but they're all spacey.
Okay. I feel like you should have just put, like, I understand why you separated the elves, but let's be real. All elves are smash.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say no to like any of the elves, especially
I
this.
feel like we could have saved a lot of time putting all the elves in one category.
Well, they kind of are now, but it's like, I'll get to it later, but I mean, like, they're not in certain regards. The Astral Elf being one of them. I mean, like, ultimately, like, why not? Like, there's almost nothing wrong with it. This is awesome. I love the theme.
Is gorgeous.
Oh, this is like the only artwork you can find of it. I swear. Like, there's a lot of artwork that exists for a lot of the races, and I had a lot of trouble finding them. Shoutouts to my Discord server who actually helped provide a lot of the images that we're using today. But I swear, like, a lot of the official 5e artwork does no favors for the races that they depict. They just look really ugly. But yeah, anyway, absolutely smash for me.
Yep, smash.
Speaking of artwork that I could never find for any of the races, this is the Autognome. They're like Warforged, but they're shorter and more gnomish. I swear, there's like literally no other depiction you can find of this race right now other than fresh cut grass.
This is a pass for me. I don't dig the robot thing. I get that they could have like any attachment, wink wink nudge nudge, but nah.
I mean, I will admit as well, I'm not into like super short, like, I'm gonna say this in real life. I'm not into super short girls, honey. I'm sorry, but it's, oh god. I mean, like, it's maybe it's because I'm just staring at fresh cut grass, and I absolutely would say no to fresh cut grass.
How could you say no to that face though?
I mean, like, if maybe you go for his brother. I don't know, but I mean, like, I don't think I can go for this. I'm thinking it's a pass. Maybe if we get some really good artwork in the official books, I could change my mind. But right now, where we have like no representation of it whatsoever, I think it's a pass. Next up, we got Bugbear. A member of the goblinoid family tree, these insanely hairy brutes have arms lanky enough that can grab you from across the table. No, pass. Honey, I swear.
It's a hard one because he's kind of like werewolfy, which is hot. I don't know. What's okay on a percentage scale? What's the chance that he kills me before we can smash?
I would say that you're probably like at least a 50-50, because I mean, like, if basically, did you run into this guy in the dungeon, he will probably kill you before smashing you. If you found this guy in a tavern, he'd probably smash you before killing you.
Okay. I'll smash. I'll take my chances.
Wow, okay. Next up, we got centaurs, part horse, part human. These fey-touched creatures are likely one of the easiest lovers you could ever mount in public without getting any kind of odd looks from the bystanders. Smash.
I'm also gonna say Smash.
I mean, like, you're also the farm girl here, right?
Yeah, but it's not. I don't know. Like the horses, like Lilia from League. Like I don't know. There's something about centaurs.
I mean, I'm kind of all for it. Even though, I mean, what is Lilia? She's not technically a centaur. She's half deer.
She's like a deer. It's kind of like satyr centaur vibes, but I don't know. I think it's cute.
I'm all for it. Absolutely all for it. Next up is the Changeling, a genified bonafide shapeshifter for all your imaginative and indecisive needs. I think this is like just a free Smash.
Yeah, I feel like it's like Ditto from Pokemon. Like you just smash because it can be anything.
I mean, like, here's the other thing. If we're going off of just their blank
design.
neutral thing, because the thing is their natural state is the pale, white-eyed skin with white hair kind of thing going on.
I would still smash.
Yeah, I think so too.
But here's why, okay? I feel like they would really appreciate if you smash in their default form. And I think that they still look really, really cute. And I think they would be like just like very sweet and like genuine if you smash because you like how they look by default.
You know what? I think that that's a very good emotional attachment. That's like a real thing that could happen in a real D&D game, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Next up are the Deep Gnomes. They're like the Drow, but shorter and more gnomish. God, I don't know. To be fair, the finding artwork for this was also like equally impossible. What do you think?
I pass on gnomes. I feel like they're just dorky dwarves.
Wow.
Like I don't even care about the height if it's dwarves, because dwarves are like gruff and like hot. But like gnomes and halflings are just nah.
Well, at least we know future stance what you're going to say about them as they come up. I would say for me as well, like, just pass, because again, I'm not into the really, really short races. Next up, we've got the Dampier, all the benefits of vampirism without letting any of the literal downsides. You probably already know if you're into this or not. Yeah, that's an easy smash.
I think this is probably my easiest smash of the whole thing.
You have like 3 characters you've ever played as, and your favorite of them, like, by far is like your Dampier character.
Like, I don't even care if there's 100% chance of death. We're smashing. I'm smashing.
Okay, sure. Yeah, there's probably going to be like a high risk of death in many instances. But yeah, like, we're talking like the Alucards of the world. Why would you not?
But maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe it'll be one of the Dampiers that just like eats like bad dreams or some shit. And then you can smash and have a restful sleep.
I'm all for it. Next up is the Dragonborn. They're not half dragons, but don't let Jeremy Crawford gatekeep your fantasies of loving an anthropomorphized dragon. They do call the game D&D after all. This is a weird one for me, because they take on a lot of different looks, from like the stoutish kind of ones to like the big tall ones to the tendrilled hair to like the ones that look more draconic than other ones. Like, okay, where do you sit?
So I have an exception for this one. I would smash, but only the ones they added that have the tail. If they don't have the tail and they're just like some weird lizard human, not smash. With the tail, smash.
I mean, those ones are specifically in the Wildmount book settings and stuff like that. So the official D&D setting ones, even though Wildmount doesn't have considered official settings, are ones without tails. Like, that's like the main thing that they have going for them. And a lot of people like are very, very adamant that Dragonborns must never have tails.
No, I think because then they look more like dragons, and then it's like their cool factor has increased.
I like the idea of cool factor playing a role in any of this. I would say smash, but it's like a tentative smash, because I'm kind of with you. Like, the tail adds a lot for me as well. Next up, we got the Duragar. They're like Drow, but shorter and more dwarvish. So, like, literally deep gnome, but instead of being gnome, just dwarves. This is literally also, like, the only attractive image I could possibly find of one.
Dude, what is the point of this race? Like, they're literally just the exact same as the other one.
So you know how they needed an excuse for you to just inherently hate certain races in D&D a long time ago?
Yeah, I understand what people mean now, seeing all these races, and it's like, why can't gnomes just be shitty? Why do they have to be gray and then they're evil? Like, come on, Wizards of the Coast, come on. I
mean, they're getting better about it these days and such like that, but I mean, like, I don't think it's literally left the culture yet.
I'm passing.
You know what? Man, it's a pass for me as well, but gosh, it almost makes it for me, because I am like you, I favor dwarves more than gnomes.
I don't know, she just looked like she'd smash to like steal all your and then leave the next morning.
Is this talking from the heart, honey, or something? Speaking of dwarves, hey look, there's dwarves there. Well, if you like them short and wide, then this is the one for you. If not, then at least you'll make for a great drinking buddy. I'm gonna go off of the premise of the fact that I know in Tolkien, I think they mentioned or joke about the fact that the female dwarves also have beard, but I'm pretty certain in D&D, the female dwarves do not have beards. If that's the case, I'm pretty certain I could smash. Even though that's not like, I don't like the short races, I think the dwarves are like, the burliness makes up for that, for the fun.
Like I said earlier, they're like the most Chad of the small races, and I'm in, they're hot. I smash.
I know a lot of people who like dwarves as well, so they're gonna be very happy that both you and I say yes to this. Next up, we got Eladrin. Find that your preference changes with the season, then look no further than the Elfin 2 with the seasons in more ways than one. Not only does their appearance change, but so does their personality. From hot-headed to joyful to somber and sleepy, these elves are a yearly handful. Yeah, absolutely smash.
Okay, I know I said all elves are auto smash, but I think out of all the elves, Eladrin are the best. Like, they're so fucking cool, dude. I have such a soft spot for this race, and the idea that, like, if you, the only thing, though, is that they all have very, like, straightforward personalities. So you'd think, like, oh, I'm just gonna pick Spring Eladrin, and then they'll just be cool and happy all the time. But then, like, they'll be, like, the Rip Grandma dancing girl, like, when you've, like, lost a family member because they can't feel any other emotions.
Wow, I guess that's putting this into a perspective that I had not considered about. But to be fair, like, the second character you ever played in D&D was an Eladrin as well.
Yeah, they do be cool.
Which, for all of you that actually remember my D&D stories, is the one that got burned to a crisp by a dragon. So, I mean, like, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, really unlucky.
Yeah, but
Truly
then
not the DM's fault.
Okay, geez, honey, thanks. But at least you came back as a super hot revenant that, like, haunted the party for a couple of sessions.
Worth.
Yeah, absolutely worth. Yeah, and yeah, ultimately smash. Just, like, no reason why not. Speaking of which, we got the elves up next. Fans of pointed ears rejoice, for all the tall and elegant humanoids come blessed with a touch of fake-kin magic, allowing them to more than outlive you so that you can move on to your other pastures once your ass is grass. So this does encompass almost every elf, and for the sake of the fact that the only other elf that's actually separated by an individual race nowadays is the sea elf, and I know the sea elf is very different, but it's also very similar to another race, so I'm gonna say, like, all elves, including sea elf, conglomerated into this as well, and this is like an easy smash. Like, so many of the different varieties of elves are just all hot.
Yeah, it's an easy smash, and they don't need to sleep a lot. They're hot. Like, what more could you want?
They don't need to sleep a lot. Oh, yeah, right. Instead of 8 hours, they need 6 hours. They're just on top of you while you're in the middle of the night. Is that how it is?
Yeah.
Next up is the fairy. Want more from your fae-kin races? Try dating an actual fae. Both tiny and mischievous in equal measures. Don't let their diminutive size dissuade you from being creative in the bedroom.
How tall are fairies? Are they like Tinkerbell?
So here's the thing, the official D&D stat blocks kind of like lie to make it more convenient for players, like, because the actual wild fairies are tiny races, which means that they would be like something like Tinkerbell size, but the player races are small, which means they'd be like the size of a dwarf. But also centaurs are supposed to be large and player centaurs are medium, so like I'm pretty certain that these are whatever size that would make actual genuine sense.
I don't think I could do it. They look so delicate, and I don't know, I like it a little rougher. I feel like I would break them in half.
Now, me, on the other hand, this is a smash, because I'm just like, here's the thing. I'm a huge fan of, like, super vibrant artistic color, and fairies are, like, always that. Yeah. And so, like, for me, it's just, like, almost every single one of them, if they have, like, a really amazing color array on their bodies, it's just gonna look super pretty to me.
Yeah, I don't want to smash, but I want to be besties.
You know what? I think that's a fair second place. Next up is the Furbolg. Descendants of Giantkin, these reclusive, fuzzy-eared creatures are as shy as they are not present at my D&D table. Seriously, I don't really know anybody who plays these.
I would smash, but here's why. Another very random reference. You remember, like, the dog-looking guy and the dog-looking girl from the Disney Treasure Planet movie?
Oh my god, no, honey, I don't at all. What are you talking about?
They look exactly like this, and they're hot as so, like, how could I say no?
You know what, I would probably say, because I mean, like, a lot of the official 5e artwork does not do this race any favors either. I would say smash, but it's a light smash for me. Because I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's even the ears aren't the off-putting thing for me, because I mean, like, I'm looking at the biologically, the things that they come equipped with, and the blue skin, absolutely, like, I have no problem with. The nose is a little funky for me, because it's this big pink nose.
It's cute.
It is kind of cute. It's just, it's weird to me, because, like, no other races have, like, a weird differentiating bulbous nose like that.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm still down with it, absolutely. Next up is Genasi, born of the elements, whether you like it hot, watery, airy, or rocky, there's probably one that you bring home with you. Yeah, smash.
Yeah, easy smash.
Well,
Pick
you
your
played
poison.
as a Genasi for like over a year, right?
Yeah, and I love them. I don't know. I have a thing, I guess, for these like multi-element kind of races, but shamelessly so.
I'm absolutely all for it, and the fact that, like, I feel like there's so much you can do with them. And the fact is, like, I was really sad that they weren't really that good in the actual official books until, like, the reprints in the multiverse book. Now they're really fun, and I hope to see a lot more of them at my tables.
Yeah, but we're not talking about their stats right now. I'm talking
No,
about
I'm just saying, honey, jeez.
stop being a nerd for 2 seconds.
Why? Next up is the GIF. It's a hippo on 2 legs, so if there was nothing stopping you from that being a deal breaker, this is for you.
No. You know, okay, like, hippos are mean at like they are actual menaces to society. No way. It has nothing to do with how they look. I bet they're just all assholes.
I mean, like, that's the thing, is the fact that there's so much baggage with the real-life hippo animal being, like, literally a water demon in real life. Like, we're talking about an animal that, like, deceptively has more, like, annual kills, or more monthly kills than sharks do in an entire year. So, like, absolutely not. I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody's into it somewhere. Next up are the Gith, which are like the Gith Zeri and the Gith Yankee. They're like Astral Elves, but more tribal and warrior-like. Chalk these up with the Furbolgs as being a completely absent from my table. Like, seriously, I've never, ever seen these ones. I've asked other DMs, and they've never, ever seen these at their table either. Which, I can kind of get it, because the official 5e artwork makes them look terrible. Like, chalks up to Baldur's Gate 3 for making, like, them not only prevalent in the foreground, but, like, making them not super ugly for a change.
I just feel like, from what I remember about this race, don't they like simp for something?
Well, I mean, they just go, like, crazy out of their way to hunt down mind flayers.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, you'd like date one of these and it'd be like dating somebody who's like out of town every other week for their job. I'm not about that.
I mean, like, this is like another light smash for me. But I think that, like, you're right. I think I would regret it in the long run.
Yeah, they look like fish.
Wow.
And not in the hot way.
I guess kind of, yeah. Next up are gnomes. Short and magical, these big-headed fellas are just halflings, but with no discernible differences. I genuinely don't know why we have halflings and gnomes. They're just smarter halflings with less big feet.
I don't know. Like I said, they're just dwarves. Like, at least halflings can cook me good food.
Wow, okay. I mean, to be fair, that is true. Like, usually is the case that they all care about their food and their
This guy
cuisine.
looks like he would just, like, I'd be like, hey, honey, you want to come to bed with me? Wink. And he'd be like, yeah, just after I finish this book. And then I'd be asleep and he'd be up until 4 a.m. Sound familiar?
Wow, geez, honey, throw me under the bus, why don't you? I would say pass for me as well, because it's not doing me a whole lot of favors. Next up are the goblins. As short as they are psychotic, these big-eared gnashers might be more into you than you are into them, no matter how much you like them. And gosh, do I know some people who really like goblins. Also, they've changed appearance a lot over all of the different editions of D&D, and this is what I believe they kind of look like now, without being, like, super crazy feral.
Okay, to be honest, like, goblins are, like, if we're talking about, like, official D&D, like, what I think of, like, kind of D&D Warhammer, like, goblins, then it's a pass. But I've seen some art that people do of goblins that make me a goblin believer. So if we can consider those, like, people that do tabaxis is more like cat girls than, like, full cats, then it's a smash.
So here's the thing, there's a race that's like that in D&D that's just like normalized attractive goblins, but almost nobody talks about them, and if we're keeping that in mind and that's the kind of angle we're aiming at for, I would say a pass entirely on this as well, despite the fact I know that's going to make a lot of people angry with me.
It's a maybe smash.
Well, it'll be near the end of the video when we get to it, so hey, here we go, foreshadowing. Next up are the Goliath. Typecast as barbarians, these hulking Goliaths, literally, are basically humans, but with larger and more covered with tattoos. Overall, not too far from your own genuine fantasy in real life.
I don't know, this is smash. I don't know. Easy smash. It's just like Kratos.
I mean, like, there are people in real life who probably look like this.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a smash.
How big are Goliaths, like, canonically?
Like, just taller than your average person, or like peak height, I believe.
I'll say. So they're not even that much bigger.
No, they're not like huge.
Okay, then like absolutely smash. It's not like you're gonna get smashed in half. He's like just slightly bigger.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
It's not like you're banging a rock golem.
Well, thank goodness it's not. I feel like it comes with a lot of extra baggage. Next up are the Hadoozy. Part monkey, part flying squirrel. These space apes are both ambidextrous and talented with their tails. They'll eagerly accept any banana you present them with. A hard pass. This is hideous.
What the is that thing?
So these are coming up in the new Spelljammer thing. They're literally flying squirrel monkey races.
Like, I'm just looking at them and all I can hear is the horrible music from The Wizard of Oz, and I'm like, just no.
Oh my gosh, they are just flying monkeys.
Yeah, they are.
Well, I mean, like, to me, I get it because they're probably going for, like, references to Planet of the Apes, probably somewhere hidden in there, but, like, at the same time, like, just so you understand, this is not me picking an unattractive picture. This is, like, one of the only pictures you can possibly find of these guys.
I just hate the lips. Like, if they were just, like, cute little monkeys, then I'd be like, I'm not gonna smash, but, like, again, we can be best friends. But what the is that?
It's not, like, I kind of get it. Like, we need some, like, genuinely weirdo races in D&D, and this is one of those races, and it's nothing that I would be for.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. But it's fine. If you are, then more monkey for you.
God damn it, honey. Next up is the half-elf, part human, part elf. If you like pointy ears but not too pointy, then this is your Goldilocks. Yeah, absolutely smash.
Yeah, I feel like half-elves are an easy smash.
Now,
They're like
I know
elves.
I'm biased because of Davrian, but still.
Yeah, I don't know. They're like elves without the prissiness, right? They're like, it's still as hot as elves, but they're like a little bit more like grungy like humans.
I think that in the official books, they literally have like all of the benefits of both races, but like not to any extreme. Like they don't get the super long lives of the elves, but they don't get like any of the social problems that come from being in either society.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, like that's an easy smash. Next up is the half-orc, part human and part orc. If you like your tusks pointy but not too pointy, then this is your Goldilocks. I think this is another easy smash.
This is another one of my like top smashes. I think they're like really, really hot. I think like full orc, maybe like a little too much. Oh, you know what? Like not even. I don't know. Half orc's good though.
Oh no,
like
half orc's always gonna be good.
It's like the same thing as the half elf. Like they're like just like, cause half orcs, like I know we're talking about the fact that like D&D is trying to get away from like the stereotypes and everything, but like they're generally like a little bit more like chill, right?
Yeah, I believe that like half orcs have like the raging blood potential in their veins, but they're like actually accepted into society and always have been.
Gotcha. Easy smash.
Easy smash. Next up is the halfling, short and lucky. These big-feeted fellas are just like gnomes, but with no discernible differences. Oh gosh, I mean like, so what do you say about these again?
I don't know, you know what? I was like, it's gonna be a pass, and then I was like, but they can cook real good though. So like, I feel like it's like eternal smash. Like I would marry one of these.
I feel like that's more of a Tolkien kind of thing to bring in with halflings, because I mean like those are the hobbits, but I mean like, I feel like they're very indiscernible from the official D&D canon. And if I'm gonna go with any of the short ones like dwarves, I think halflings is a close one to me. I'm gonna say pass, but it's like the barest minimum pass.
When I think of halflings, I think of like either the kind that I would smash, which is like loyal and like trustworthy, and I would absolutely not smash some of the halflings I've seen in my parties where they're basically just like pranksters.
I mean, that actually brings up an entire thing I forgot to actually include in this video, was there's another race that's coming up from the Dragonlance UA, and oh god, if you give me one quick second I can find the name. There we go, I found it. It's the Kender. And the Kender are literally like, they tried to change them up from being like, they're basically like halflings or like really short people, but the problem with them is that they had the social baggage, the fact that they were like constantly thieves and they wanted to get away from that. So now they have just a race with magic pockets where they can just pull random stuff out of it like a rabbit out of a hat. That's how they're trying to get away from that now. But otherwise, they're like almost indiscernible from like appearance-wise to things like halflings and like gnomes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Is like that kind of thing does exist, and the weird thing is I believe it's been brought over from like a race that's been forgotten about for the most part. Next up are the Harengon. For fans of rabbits or Zootopia, these big-eared hoppers are just rabbits but with no discernible differences. It's actually true, they're just rabbits.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's too cute. But I guess, like, you know, maybe if there was one who was, like, very, like, I know, like, very cool, then I would probably smash.
I mean, this guy here is giving me, like, Breath of the Wild vibes with his big blue scarf in there. And this is official art, too. If I'm looking at it, I feel like this is a bare minimum smash from me. Like, I feel like there's absolutely going to be that one cute little rabbit girl that I could fall head over heels with.
I'm just imagining, like, like either that for like the girl side or like just like some like edgy like gray roguey rabbit.
Oh, I could totally see that.
I'd be down.
Yeah, okay, so there you go. Next up are the Hexblood. Fans of witches and gothic imagery rejoice, for here's your ticket to dark times. Surely nothing bad can happen from dating somebody sworn to a creepy old hag, right? What do you,
I would not smash. I feel like this is like they're gonna do something to you while you're asleep and like experiment on you, and then like one day you just wake up and you've got like an extra eyeball or something.
You know what? That's probably true. And I don't know if they can help themselves from doing it with the hex coven thing going on there. I mean, like, here's the thing. I would be so super into it kind of thing, except for the fact that it's hags, and hags are always like old, repulsive creatures. And eventually what you're dating is just trying to become one of those things. I think that's a pass for me.
Yeah, I'm down with the witchy stuff, but hags do like, they like steal children and do like stuff. They're like the worst of the witches.
Yeah, I'm super for witches, but like absolutely not this kind of brand. Next up are the hobgoblins. More human than goblin, these shogun-like leaders are as dominating as they are absent from my D&D table. As such, they're perfect for submissives. Have you ever seen a hobgoblin?
Are you really gonna tell me that this is different than the bugbear? They like literally the same thing, except this one's not furry.
Okay, so this one is not furry and has red skin. That's really the difference. And also this one has a lot of East Asian bring-ins to it. It's like, it's commander and armor aesthetic.
I don't know, I'm not in. I think that the bugbear like hairy chest is like hot, and then this is just like his like loser takes everything too seriously cousin.
That's a great way to put it together, honestly, because I'm not a big fan of the hobgoblins either, and I don't know almost anybody who plays these. Next up is the human. Honey, I swear to God, if you don't smash this, we're gonna have problems in our marriage.
I don't even know why this is in here. It's my own race. Of course I'm gonna smash.
But this is your free space on your bingo card. Yeah, of course I would smash humans.
Yeah. I'm gonna be very much more picky about who I smash if it's gonna be a human. If I'm in the world of D&D, okay, let's be honest. Imagining I'm in the world of D&D, okay? I'm not in the world that I'm in right now. I'm passing on humans.
You know what? You make a fair argument there that humans are probably one of the most boring things you could pick when you have so many different, like really different options available to you in fantasy. And I would absolutely agree with you. If I was in the D&D world, I would probably pass on humans. But in real life, like, I would not pass on humans. Next up are the Kalashtar. They're like humans, but tattooed and possessed by dream demons. I'm pretty certain I could still get behind that. So that's probably a smash for me.
What is the tie to the dream demons like?
It's kind of like they share their bodies with them in like a parasocial relationship kind of thing. It's like you always have chat and you're streaming all the time.
I think I would pass. Okay, it's not like they're not hot, but here's why I'm gonna pass. What if it's like it's your date night? Okay, you've decided to meet up, and then they have some dream demon thing that they have to go deal with, and now they're abandoning your date.
That's kind of like a deal breaker, yeah.
It's like dating somebody who is really attached to their mom. Like, I'm sorry, my mom said she doesn't like you, so we can't date. My dream demon said that they didn't like you.
The funny thing is, I bet that's 100% a thing that could actually happen with these characters.
Yeah, I'm not in.
I'm the lightest smash possible, but yeah. Next up are the Kenku. These flightless raven people can mimic any sound they've heard before, so if you're overcoming communication barriers interests you, or the creative applications of the talents in the bedroom, then this one's for you. I feel like if you said yes to Aarakocra, you have to be able to say yes to this.
No, absolutely not.
Really?
This is just the annoying version. Like you really they can mimic any sound.
Yeah.
Can they mimic other people's voices?
Yes.
So I'm gonna say some dumb one time, and then they're gonna make fun of me for the rest of my life. Or I can like never get away with like having them like misremember something because they'll just like mimic me in my own voice. Absolutely not. I'm not here to get called out.
To be fair, in the most recent reprint, they did make it so that way they're not like they can only mimic other people's voices, mainly because the roleplay baggage involved with that at the table was like the hardest thing to possibly do in the world. You're basically Bumblebee from Transformers. But I'm gonna say, it's a very light smash for me, which is a surprise. But I completely understand why you would say no, because I mean, like, it's a bare minimum for me.
It's a hard pass. I feel like they would just be so annoying.
This is speaking from experience, honey. Times when I've mimicked you. Next up is the Kobold. It's like Dragonborn, but shorter and way more obnoxious. I have never had a pleasant interaction with one of these things, regardless of being a DM or a player. That is actually true. There's one character I've ever had at my table who played a kobold who did not annoy the ever-living snot out of me, and that was because they weren't using voice chat, they were using text chat.
I feel like if you smash a kobold, it's like smashing a pet. Like, I feel like, I don't know, every time I've had like a player with like a kobold relationship, it's like they're your more annoying dog.
Yeah, very much like that. It's always been that way at my tables as well.
Like, and that's not a bad thing. I just wouldn't smash.
No, and I wouldn't go anywhere near these things because I have way too much PTSD of just like them being like the most annoying things in the whole world.
I think they're funny.
I genuinely think it's possible to play a kobold without being annoying. I don't know why nobody does it.
I don't know. I guess their like kobold and that personality just meshes into the universe.
Yeah, kind of. Either way, pass for me. Next up is the Leonin. It's like Tabaxi, but you're just a lion. If there's one thing that you're into, this is probably it. I feel like you have an opinion on this.
Honestly, I know we're gonna come to Tabaxi. I would pass on Tabaxi, but like, these are hot. I would this guy 100%.
This is from Theros too, as well, which is that Greek stuff you're super into.
Yeah, I think the Greek stuff is cool. I like this picture in particular. Like, his armor is just like awesome. I like his vibe.
So I know we're gonna get to Tabaxis later as well, but I think for me, and as surprisingly as it is, I would say Smash. I think this does it right. Next is the lizard folk. More lizard than man, these reptilian scalies are perfect for those who think dragonborns are too mainstream. I feel like I can smash this.
I don't know. There's something about these ones that are like, the Dragonborn are like kind of regal, but these ones remind me too much of the lizard people from Skyrim. And I don't know. There's just something isn't clicking.
Well, the weird thing is that if you actually look at the official lore of lizard folk, they're like instinct only creatures. So like they basically will look at it going like, oh, they'll date you if it's for their advantage, and then the moment you get like sick or ill, they'll like feed you to the children kind of thing.
I feel like we wouldn't have very good like conversations.
Either way, I think it's a smash for me, but like it's like with caveats involved, the fact that it's not going to result in me just immediately dying.
Yeah, I'll pass on this one.
Next up is the Luxodon. It's an elephant on 2 legs, so there's nothing stopping you if that was a deal breaker. So, honey, elephants?
This one's gonna smash me, whether I want it or not. I can't. It's just like, every part of his body is just like a cylinder. There's something about it that just like, look at those like stubby ass feet. Like, I feel like we'd be walking next to each other and I'd have broken feet every other week from him stepping on me.
I mean, like, there's probably people into that, though.
Yeah, but, like, you have to, like, live it. You can be into it, but you gotta survive the encounter.
Anyway, the thing that's not doing it for me is the fact that I'm just not into the elephant head. I think I just can't get past that much. So even though you're right, like, the giant, immense size of the creature as well is, like, one hurdle to get past, I think just the tusks and the snout, I'm the giant ears, I don't think I can be creative enough with that.
Yeah, they're cool, but not Smash.
Next up is the Minotaur. It's a bull or a cow on 2 legs, so there's nothing stopping you. That was a deal breaker. There's a lot of these races in here, isn't there?
You know, the Minotaur I would not normally smash, but I've seen a couple in my sessions that would make it a smash. I just feel like they're cool.
I think that this is a light smash for me as well, only because the fact is that unlike the elephant, I don't think the face is a huge deal breaker. Because like I can get down with horns and like the slightly horsey kind of face, but like the rest of it's pretty fine.
I feel like this is like you smash once out of curiosity just to see.
I think I would be down with that.
I would smash once.
Smash once is good. Next up is the Orc. More human than goblinoid, these thuggish brutes are like it rough in all facets of life. Yes, you heard me. All of them. You'll be lucky if you survive. So, honey.
Again, this is like a likely, like, if I knew I was gonna live, I would smash. But if there's like more than a 50% chance that I'm not gonna come out of this encounter with my head attached, then I'll pass.
I feel like it's weird. I'm super all for half-orcs. I don't know what it is about the full orc that is too much for me. It scares me to like a weird degree of going like, I can't look at this and not be like even slightly afraid, even if the orc was like 100% promising me that I was gonna make it out okay. Like, so for me, it's like, it's a bare minimum pass, and it's just because I'm just way too scared of the idea.
I'll take my chances.
Honey.
Oh,
Next up is the Owlin. It's an Aarakocra, but this time it's an owl. I feel like if you said yes to Aarakocra, you would say yes to Owlin, especially because I knew a lot of people who played Aarakocra that were owls before this race came out.
I can't smash. It's too cute. I just want to like, okay, but I want him to like come over and like, we'll like snuggle and I'll pet its head, okay? That's the deal.
Oh my god.
We won't smash, but like you can come over anytime.
I feel like I would say smash because I have to say something, unlike you. But I mean, like, the one thing I will admit is that there's a lot of PTSD with the fact that, like, this race is, like, could ruin D&D being in existence. Like, one of the strongest flying races that's ever been created.
I'll let him ruin anything. It like, too cute.
Alright, well, smash for me at least. So this one is the Plasmoid, a sentient blob of slime that's likely has more ways to appeal to you than it rightly deserves. You probably already know if you're into this or not.
So, like, how sentient are these things?
So they're like totally normal people, but I mean, like, there's no real artwork of what the way the plasmoids are supposed to look. They're supposed to be more like bipedal oozes, not like actually looking like humans, I believe.
Okay, so they're supposed to be more like amorphous.
Way more amorphous than that. But I mean, I know like everybody's gonna make them look entirely humanoid when they get their hands on it anyway.
Do they talk, or do they like just like do psychic stuff with you, or what?
I don't remember if they're psychic or not. They absolutely can talk.
I don't know. I feel like I would not smash because I feel like you'd have to like have like a thorough shower every time you're done.
That's very true, probably.
You'd just be like covered in and like for my case, like I don't want that inside my body.
Yeah, I feel like this one, if you're into slimes, and like that's a subject of the internet that has existed for a very long time.
100%.
Yeah, so this is clearly something that you would say smash to if you're into that sect. For me personally, like I get it, and I'm probably gonna give it the lightest smash on the list, only because I don't think it's that off-putting, but I think that it's like, in the long run or in the serious sense, I don't think it's like, it's not my thing. I get it, but it's not my thing.
Yeah, I just feel like this thing is gonna give me infections if we smash.
Ugh. Next up is the Reborn. More human than zombie, these reanimated corpses have returned for some reason or another. Some can be whole, some can be sewn together of various other people. Overall, better than your usual necrophilia. So, yeah.
The idea, you had me until you said that they could be like parts of other people.
Well, that's just variants of them. They can just be a whole corpse reanimated, or they can be like sewn together Frankenstein style.
I don't think I can get past the like, this used to be a dead person 100% kind of thing.
Okay, but think about it. Night Before Christmas, Sally.
Yeah, like, they're cute. Like, I'm not saying that they're not, like, they couldn't be attractive. I just feel like my morals.
I feel like in the right situation, this isn't that much different from a Dampier, so I would say smash.
I'm gonna pass.
Really? That's a surprise to me. I thought you would go for it.
I don't know. There's just something about being with somebody who was dead. And I feel like this could also, this could also create, like, emotional damage for people.
But they're like coming back from the dead and like being with a different lover kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's kind of true.
I don't like the idea. It could be like cursed.
Next up is the Satyr, part human, part goat. These fey-touched creatures know how to have a good time, especially in the bedroom. So if confidence and experience is a turn on for you, then you'll have a good time with this one. It's actually genuinely true. These things just like to like party and have sex. Like it's just apparently their thing.
No.
Did you not know that?
No. Well,
what you think about like the satyrs from Hercules?
No, I just, like, there's a lot of different versions of satyrs. And honestly, if they just like to party and stuff, I'm out. I don't want to smash.
Really?
No. If they're, like, more, like, druidic and stuff, like traditional satyrs, like, kind of like animals of the forest, then I'd be way more inclined to smash. But I don't like people that just, like, party and, like, get drunk and, like, do fairy dust all the time. Like, I'm out.
I feel like that's more like the European satyr, whereas the one that I believe these ones are based off of, because I think they're from Theros, are based off of Greek satyrs, which means the fact that that's where they come from in that terms of like different appeal and different background.
I don't know.
Either way, for me, I'd say it's like a light smash, because for me, I don't think it's that much of a turnoff, and I'm sure that the girls could look really cute.
They're my look, just not my vibe.
Next up is the Shadar Kai. It's an elf, but more edgy and gothic. This is a thing that exists. Almost nobody plays as these, and also, like, almost all the art has them bald and really unattractive, so, like, I will admit, this was given me by a person on my server. This is, like, the only good-looking Shadar Kai I've ever seen.
So, like, are we really going off the image, or are we going off the fact that, like, most of them look like weird drow monks?
Well, that's the thing, is that they're just like drow, but from the Shadowfell.
So are they like even edgier than Drow?
Yes.
Okay, that's too much. Like Drow is like the perfect level. It's like, you know, one Drow could like leave the tribe and be like, I'm edgy, but like also I don't believe in sacrificing humans to Lolth. But like this just seems like too much. Like they would just be obnoxiously evil.
So I'm like super into the dark stuff, so this is like an easy smash for me.
It's too much. It's one step too far.
No, I could definitely see it being like I just am super all in on the super evil dark gothic stuff, so like I can't really get over that. That's just my own character flaw. But like I get it, and you're probably right. Like their main thing I've seen, like all the artwork pieces have them like using barbed chains and stuff like that as weapons. Like they're just all in on that super dark stuff. Next up is the Shifter, all the benefits of lycanthropy without any of the downsides. You probably already know if you're into this. So like think about like werewolves, but like not quite as attractive because it still remains mostly human. It's mostly like if you like anime girls with fangs that just randomly have them for no reason, then you're probably gonna be okay with this.
This is Giga Smash. It's like not even a question.
I feel like this is a smash for me as well because there's gonna be some variant or some idea of a Shifter girl that I think looks like mega hot.
They're just, again, like the coolness factor is just really there. Plus, like I feel like a lot of like the like animal adjacent races, like depending on what like their animal like kind of spirit like influences them, could be like really loyal and really cool.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely got a huge amount of potential to work with. Next up is Simic Hybrid, part human, part fish of some sort, but more than Cthulhian than your usual mermaid. It's all the tentacles, lobster claws, and manta rays wings that you could possibly want with these semi-aquatic monstrosities willing to go deep with you.
I cannot. I hate. There's like very few things that like really freak me out, and like deep ocean is one of them, and that's what this reminds me of. I couldn't even like look at this guy for very long.
I mean, this guy's a particular
Smash.
character from Magic the Gathering, I think, but I don't know who he is.
It's terrifying.
For me, I'm pretty certain that there's like a Simic Hybrid I would say smash to, but I think as a whole, I'm gonna just say it's a very light pass because I think there's gonna be a lot of just weirdness in there that kind of like is just not my thing. Even though I'm into the Cthulhian stuff, like I'm just kind of going like, do they have giant lobster claws? That's kind of like, you don't need those. Like, you could be like everything but the lobster claws, and I'd be okay with that. And the fact that they're always gonna have some asset of that is kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh boy, next up is Tabaxi, part human, part cat. You probably know if you're into this or not.
I don't know. There's something that's missing from the Leonins for me that is just like not as appealing. But again, I feel like it would require like the right one with the right attitude to smash. Like I feel like this isn't like an auto smash, like even if you have a personality I would smash, but for the right one, I would smash.
Yeah, the other thing is I think that a lot of people get it really misconstrued to the fact that they just make Tabaxis into the anime cat girls where they're like 95% human with just cat ears and a tail, and they're like, oh, that's a Tabaxi. That's canonically not how they ever have been in D&D whatsoever. Though if they really, really were smart, Wizards of the Coast would make a half Tabaxi race that would satisfy. I still think looking at it, it's a very light smash, but it's like, here's the thing, it's a smash, but with a question mark at the end of it for me.
Yeah.
I would say yes, but I don't know why I'm saying
Like
yes.
a cute, fluffy little like snow leopard tabaxi.
Oh
something?
yeah, I'd be totally into that
Adorable.
actually. Yeah.
No. Don't even read the description. I don't even want to know what this thing is called. I want it off my screen immediately.
So this is the Thrycrete. It's a giant insect. So if giant insects are your thing, this is your only option.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain this is a pass for a lot of people. I love insectoid races, and I would still say no to this.
I don't want to look at it any longer.
Okay.
Free me.
Okay, bye. Oh god, it's here. Hey, this is the Tiefling, part human, part demon. You probably know if you're into this or not.
Again, if you wouldn't smash, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, you're probably losing your mind, which is the weird thing that I say this because I was not into tieflings before the Coco explosion and everyone thought I just naturally was. I wasn't. But then everybody came to me and was like sharing all of the most horny artwork of tieflings I've ever seen in my life that I converted. It's all your fault. Smash.
Like, they're just elves with the horns and then like the thin tail. There's something about it that's just like so like sensual and like good.
Yeah, and also they've got the sharp teeth to go up with it, and like usually some dark edgy past that goes with it. It's too good now for me. Next up is the turtle. It's a turtle on 2 legs, so there's nothing stopping you if that was a deal breaker.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't even look at the turtle because what the is that between his legs?
Just ignore that, honey. There's
What
not a lot
is
of torque.
that?
It's probably like a salamander or something. I don't know.
Why does it look like that? It's like a pickle.
I'm not here to critique the artwork, honey. It's just, would you f a turtle?
Does he come with the pickle?
No!
Then I won't smash.
Wow, I didn't know that was a deal breaker for you. Anyway, pass for me as well. I'm not really into turtles. The big giant shell kind of feels like it would get in the way.
Yeah, it's too much.
But if it's a ninja turtle, we'll start talking. So you know how I said sea elves were a thing? Anyway, tritons, part human, part fish. These webbed-eared fellas are just sea elves, but with no discernible differences. So this is the first race you ever played as, too.
I'm offended that you didn't put my art here because this is my #1 race. I am so hot and bothered for tritons, and my very first character was a triton. I love her to death. I will continue loving her to death until the day I die.
So here's the thing, I didn't use a lot of the artwork of your character because it's either super old artwork or is like something I can't show on screen, honey.
Okay, we're gonna put something here. You're gonna put it on the screen and post that right now.
Okay, fine, it's right here. Willing it into existence, there it is. So anyway, for me, like, yeah, easy smash as well. I feel like if you would smash seals, you would smash tritons. There's like almost no discernible differences. The ear shape is the only difference.
They're just so cool and like elegant, and like they're not like mermaids. They have legs, so they can do like land stuff. Perfection.
Yeah, absolutely great race. Next up is the Veldalkin, which is basically your blue people from the movie Avatar race. Are you into that sort of thing?
What are they like personality-wise, traditionally?
I know they're Magic the Gathering races, so I have like almost no knowledge of these guys. I believe they're like super into the magic sciences usually, so they have a huge affiliation to that.
I feel like the only experience I've had with this race is a friend of mine who played in one of my games, who was basically just like high all the time every time we played, and he played this Veldalkin rogue that was just always getting into, and for that reason I just passed.
I feel like I should say smash, but it's more the fact that there's like nothing like biologically like offensive about it. But the thing is, I'm so like, I don't know anything about this race, so it's like I'm saying smash, but I don't know what I'm saying yes to. So I'll do that.
You smash for the mystery.
Yeah, it's like, consider this like a weird mystery box where it's like I know what's inside is always gonna be good, but then when I open it up, I'm just sort of like, I wasn't expecting this. Okay, and then I just wander into the unknown mists, probably never to be seen again. Next up is the Verden. It's like goblins, but they're actually intentionally attractive. This is from that one Jeremy Crawford, like, Acquisitions Incorporated kind of thing. It's the only race that's in there. No one talks about it, and they're literally just goblins, but hot.
This is ridiculously hot. Why didn't nobody talk about this?
No one talks about it, because everybody just wants to be a goblin.
I guess so. Well, because I think the thing that people like about the goblins is, like, their attitude.
Yeah, these guys lack that.
These lack the attitude, but... like, I would smash.
Yeah, I feel like you would smash a Verden unless they come with, like, some weird caveat in the background that, like, lore-wise that I'm, like, completely lost on. Like, the fact that, like, I don't know, maybe, like, underneath the glow of the full moon, like, an animal nearby them just randomly dies within a 60-meter radius. Like, I don't know if there's something like that that just always has to happen.
Okay. I'm glad to know that might be a possibility. Still smash.
Okay, yeah, just smash and just pray. We're almost through it. This is the Warforged. It's a robot. Chances are, if you're into them, then somebody could just make one that's perfect for you.
Yeah, I'm not into the robots. And the idea of, like, the soul being, like, trapped in the automaton, I don't know, there's something about that that just, like, gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I feel like, unlike the Autonome, which is, like, just this, but short, I feel like I could say yes to this, but I think that you're right. There's something strange about it that's off-putting, but not enough for me to say no. I think I would say smash. Gosh, I said smash a lot today. That surprises me.
Well, this is pretty much, like, realistically, like, unless it's something that's gonna kill you or has the face not even a mother would love, this is smash or smash D&D, so.
Yeah, it's kind of unfair because you could literally, if you don't like one, somebody could almost build you one that you would like.
Yep.
And finally, we're at the Yuan-Ti, part human, part snake. These serpentine monstrosities come in a variety of appearances, from human-like to snake-like, or anything in between. They're always willing to sink their fangs into you.
I think I would smash, but you have to be, like, careful. Like, because don't these things have, like, they have poisonous blood? They got, like, a lot of poison. You gotta be really careful.
Well, also the fact that, I mean, like, if we're ignoring the cultural implications that they had for a really long time, where they were just inherently evil to anything that wasn't another Yuan-Ti, So if we're like brushing that aside, because I'm sure Wizards of the Coast wants
Yeah,
to do
we'll-
that as well.
We'll pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, I feel like when you look at like the more humanoid versions of them, like it's an easy smash. And then when you get to the ones where it's like the upper half is like a snake head and a snake tail, and the body in between is a humanoid, or it's just like multiple serpent heads on top of it and stuff like that, we start to get to the weird territory of like that pushes the envelope. a little
Honestly,
bit.
I feel like the like more Lamia looking ones would be like even hotter.
What, just all snake but with a human head?
Like where it's like where it's like it's kind of like centaurs, but they have like,
like the
snake
Medusa
bottom half.
styles, yeah.
I feel like that's hotter than them having legs.
Yeah, you know what? I could get into that as well, if only because of certain animes you may have watched as well. But I feel like this is a smash. It's just a smashed. It's a smashed with an asterisk, and it's like there's like going to be like a point where the line gets broken.
Yeah, get that antidote ready.
So yeah, that was all of our D&D Smash and Pass for D&D races. Again, I hope that nobody took any crazy random offenses to anything that we had to say about any of this, because remember, this is all fictional races and it has no bearing on real life in any sort, shape, or way. Hey, honey, did you have a good time while you were doing this?
Yeah, and of course, like every single one of these is a smash for somebody. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everybody's welcome to have their own picks to it. And to be fair, I think I said Smash to a lot of this today.
yeah, have your fun. It's D&D. Anything is possible.
So yeah, that was D&D Smash Pass races. You're welcome.